hope everyone is having a great time tonight. Thank you for coming. Thank you to the Board of Selectmen who are able to come tonight, and members of the school committee as well. Thank you for coming. We are going to get started with the awards while your food is coming. Let's get right into it. Our first award is for Charlie Duquette. He has a show called Veteran's Voice. Charlie is known for stealing my peanut butter. But to make up for it, he replaces the coffee creamer, so we appreciate that. There you go.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. The blue one is mine, okay? Sometimes I joke, I like to introduce myself. Sir, ma'am, Master Sergeant Charlie Duquette, 25 years in the Marine Corps, hasn't affected me one bit, sir, ma'am. They're coming through the wire. Okay, but what I was gonna say is, what has affected me is this family, this extended family, because this is what I think America is really all about. And you know, you probably recognize me from radio. I know some people have mentioned that, but Veterans Voice has been broadcasting on WATD 95.9, your South Shores radio station, for over 3 years. But the most important part is the video production, because we're right here at SMAC, and that's where we're doing the video production with my able assistant, Dave. I'll never. I want to thank all the little people, but no, Dave, I'll never forget Dave. He's very creative. A lot of people are creative in this room, okay? They make magic. Mike makes magic every time I come there. Is he still here? He tries to make me disappear. It's, but everything's happening. I get no respect at all. Okay, so anyways, but I just want to say everything's happening here at SMAC. And just remember, why watch TV when you can talk smack? Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
All right. Next up, we have the producer of Bache Papo Com Shirley, which translates to chit chat. I don't know if you knew that. Shirley is, what episode are you on? 167. 167 episodes. 173. Our program director has confirmed it's 173.
Thank you. Just want to say thank you very much. I love coming to this meeting and meet all the other producers. People don't understand how much work we put in a TV show just for that little hour. Most of us, we do 1 or 2 people. I do my show myself and 2 volunteers, and there's a lot of work putting on that because we have people coming from all over the state, and then to broadcast in other towns also, it takes a lot of things. But now more than ever, I see that there is a need for this show. I started in 2005 trying to help other immigrants, Portuguese speakers, because they needed a lot of information. And now more than ever, we talk a lot about immigration, and we talk about undocumented people. There's still people coming to this country, still people coming to Massachusetts, and they need a lot of help, information, and how to get things done. So I still feel that there is a need for a TV show to help them, to give information, and just to show their stories also. We have a lot of Portuguese speakers, especially here in Stoughton and in other towns that broadcast a show in Fall River, in Taunton, in Framingham, Lowell. They all broadcast a show, and so it's not only for Brazilian speakers that are coming now, but also for the old time, the people that have been in this country for a while. So I still see the importance of having this TV show. Thank you very much.
Okay. This is one of my personal favorites. Guy Giampapa, producer of Preview. I have the pleasure of directing this show, and I would say 90% of the episodes that Guy does feature friends of mine, so that's always nice. Guy Giampapa, Preview. Do you want to say anything?
Wow. Mike, thanks so much. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everybody that's associated with Stoughton Cable. You guys are great, and I love doing the show every time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Guy is very modest about this, but he has actually interviewed some incredibly famous people. He interviewed Julie Stein, who wrote a million songs, but one of his most famous was like Funny Girl and Gypsy. And he interviewed Betty Hutton, who was in the movie Annie Get Your Gun. He's interviewed so many people, it's incredible. Some of his classic episodes are actually on our YouTube channel. If you get a chance, check them out. All right. The man who brings the pizza every Wednesday rather, usually Wednesday. Mike Wigdor, producer of Sports Rap and Real Life. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. This is like our 5th year doing this. I can't believe it. I was just talking to Frank about this. We've done 240 shows now, and we really love doing it. And of course, it helps to have good pizza from M&G's Pizza, because I come in there every Wednesday and I say, "Pizza Man," and Mike knows it's pizza. So it's and Dave does. So. It's just been a blast. It's just so much fun to do this show. I love doing sports anyway. I grew up with sports. My father really imbued me with it when I was a kid, right from the get-go. And I grew up in New York, so I was really almost spoiled. No. I wasn't a Yankees fan. I was. Mickey Mantle was my hero. You can't beat that. But I came to Boston. My kids are born in here, and I became a Boston fan, actually. I'm not a Yankee fan. I love Boston. I love all the Boston sports. But I became a Boston fan in the 1975 when they played the Reds. That's when I became a fan, because I always loved rooting for the underdog anyway. And that team was fabulous. I mean, how could you not root for that? Rice, Lynn, Fisk, Evans, they were great. I wanted them to beat the Reds. So after that, I'm just a total fan. I lived and died with them, with the Bucky Dent and the '86 with the Buckner through the legs. So, but we also live with a great time. My kids, all are spoiled. They're your kids, with the Tom Brady's and we've been on a tremendous 10 championships since 2000. So, we're spoiled. We are title town. And we love talking about it. So, and I have to thank, besides Frank is a fantastic guy to do the show with. We both love sports. But we have a fabulous director, Roxanne Morse. We wouldn't be half the show we are without her. She's right on every time we talk about somebody, it's right up there on the screen. And it's just been great. And this year we happen to have an intern that we brought in, thanks to Mike, who's been doing a great job. He's autistic, I guess, but he's really into sports. It's Antonio De Cesare, and he really adds a nice element to our show. He's been on for the last 5 or 6 months, and we love having him on. So we're just going to keep doing this, folks. We love doing it. So thank you very much. Thanks to SMAC, and thanks for this award again.
So one of the other shows that Frank works on as well is called Real Life, and it's about Hollywood films, and they usually pick a topic. I think. What is your next show going to be? Is it Hollywood Summer Blockbusters? Is it?
We did Summer Blockbuster.
What's the next one?
The next one is either going to be an animation show.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be about schools.
Schools. Movies about schools or movies about animation will be the next episodes. And
I have my friend from them.
yep, Frank Mendoza is the co-host and the brains behind the operation.
Hi. How are you? We like movies. I mean, don't we all? So, the show is called Real Life, and we've been doing it since October of 2014. That was my personal induction to SMAC here, and it's been a well, to steal a line from Mike, it's been a blast. We have done Halloween shows where we have worn fangs and ghoulish makeup. We have done Boston-themed movie shows where we exaggerate the accent and hang out outside of the dumpsters debating between Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. We've done slapstick comedy shows where we ended up in pie fights. It has been a blast the entire time, and definitely looking forward to a hell of a lot more years to come. So, Real Life, thank you.
Apparently, Mike Wigdor likes to do shows with men named Frank. Frank Walsh is Mike Wigdor's co-host on Sports Rap and also has his own show called Talkin' Tunes. Come on up, Frank.
Thank you, brother.
There you go. Speech.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. And secondly, my name may be on this, but I wouldn't be here and wouldn't have the opportunity to have done as many things as I've done without this lady right here, Roxanne Morris. She is the backbone of the show, and I can second what Mike said, that we wouldn't be able to do sports rap without Roxanne being on our way. But, you know, I think this is maybe 115, 120 shows we're coming up on.
Something like that.
And, you know, it's provided me an opportunity that I probably wouldn't have had without being associated with SMAC and having the people here who do this. It's broadened my world. I've met musicians started off just as a guy sitting in the yard playing a guitar, to the point now where I have access to international people who can play all over the world, and I'm very blessed and very fortunate. As I said, I would not have been able to do that if it wasn't for the people of SMAC and all the help and everything that they've done it. And again, without Roxanne, because she does the hard work. I do the easy work. She pushes the buttons. She makes me sound good and makes me look pretty, and as you probably know, that's a hell of a lot of work. You know, that's a hell of a lot of work. And, you know, it's fun. I have a great time going in there. And before I go on, you know, to advent on that, how many people are here in Stoughton, from Stoughton? If you have been experiencing any electrical or technical problems in your house, such as garage doors open randomly or microwave ovens going off or anything like that, I have to personally apologize, because that's me in the booth, pushing buttons, doing editing. And if it wasn't for these guys in the room helping me out, and when I push those wrong buttons, if they weren't there to fix it and make it sound better and look good, you know, it wouldn't be as much fun. So thanks to everybody in this room, to Dave, to Mike, to Jeff, to CJ, and anybody else, to Roxanne, to Sports Rap, Mike Wigdor, who's one of my best friends, if not my best friend. I have a hell of a lot of fun with that. And Roxanne's the backbone of that show too. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if behind every great man there's a great woman, that is definitely the case when it comes to Roxanne. Roxanne, actually, she's been in a commercial lately that you might have seen for
Xfinity.
Xfinity. Yep. Yep. Has anyone seen it? Yep, yep. It's on a lot, I guess. So Roxanne produces her own shows. She has helped with Courthouse Cafe. She's always behind the scenes. She edits. She can do it all. She's an on-air talent. She's behind the scenes. Roxanne Morse.
Thank you. Thank you. Henry's not here. I was going to talk about our show. It's very close to being ready to be put on the air, the Over Easy Courthouse Cafe, and I'm going to thank Dave as well last year for volunteering to come in on Saturdays and deal with the craziness of a bunch of actors and filmmakers sitting wanting to put together a web series and shooting crazy hours on, trying to do a lot in like 8 hours. So I thank Dave so much for it, and also for Mike for coming in, and everyone for helping us out with that, putting up with our taking over Studio B. I just want to say that I could not have gotten to where I am without SMAC. These guys, Mike and Jeff and Dave, have always been there to support me. And all the crazy ideas I want to do, I want to thank, and letting us do things with sports rap, real life, Talkin' Tunes. Oh, and I have to really thank Dave so much for helping out with Talkin' Tunes, because we learned a lot about how to record a whole band in Studio A, and Dave has had to work really hard behind the scenes to make sure that we can do what we can do. So I really appreciate all the support that SMAC has done, and I feel like I'm a much better actor because I know about production. I'm a much better just person able to do the things that I do. So I love coming there, and I hope to keep coming there all the time and helping out. Thank you.
The other great woman of SMAC, who pretty much makes Community Forum run on schedule, keeps everyone on track, and also directs hometown business, Gina Coe. Oh, come on. Speech.
No, I don't.
What would Bella do?
Oh, Bella would sing a song. No, thank you very much, Michael. I love coming into SMAC each week for Community Forum, and I love the camaraderie. I love hanging out with the guys, and we just have a good time. We have a real good time, and thank you to Roy, who brought me in, where are you, originally, to teach me how to push the buttons, and it's been a couple of years now at least, and we have fun every week. It's a great time. So, but thank you. We couldn't do it without Michael, Jeff, Dave, or CJ. And we always have exciting guests, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
That was perfect. One of our favorite hosts of Community Forum is Mr. Steve Kelly, who is known for being able to count to 10 in at least 20 languages, I'm pretty sure. Come on up, Steve. How many languages can you count to 10 in? 4. 4. I exaggerate.
So I just want to say thank you and extend an appreciation to the people behind the scenes that are behind the scenes. So I kind of am talking about all the board of directors. Those guys put their foot out there, put their toe in the water before anyone else thought SMAC could even think of what SMAC was. So not only do I want to thank them, but also Mike and Dave and Jeff. Great support. Thank you, Roy. And thank you all for attending. See you.
And of course, the producer of Community Forum, Mr. Roy Cohen. Roy is a man of action. If someone calls the studio and says, I want to be on a show, I send Roy an email, and within about 3 minutes, I get a response back saying, it's booked, they're coming in at this time, we're ready to go. Keep that in mind if you ever want to be on a show. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sorry it took so long to get up here. I had a little problem back in the fall that I'm still working on. But I gotta start off by saying, Gina, you were easy. She came on board. Sorry, Bill. No. She was easy. She came in, she had a background in graphic arts. And I says, you want to learn how to push the buttons? And she's gotten to the point now where when I go there, I have nothing to do. I just go sit down and put out a fire that has to be done. Last week I had no camera person. He went off on a cruise, so I took care of the cameras. A week before that, I did the buttons because she wasn't there. It's a lot of fun, but we've come a long way with the show. We've done it. Well, I think I've been involved for about 30 years now, since cable was installed in Stoughton. Was that what it was? About 30 years ago? Something like that. But it's gotten a lot more complicated. The equipment is better. The staffing is wonderful. I have great people. If you watch the show, you see the list of names that are at the end of the show. Dave is impossible. Look at him. He's with his tuxedo on. Mike, Jeffrey, CJ, you can't do it without him. And I hit Mike with photos or graphics that have to be put on the show. He bitches and moans, but he does it. And it's just he's an amazing man. They're all amazing. And it's a pleasure to work with everybody, and I just hope to keep it up, keep going at it. And thank you all. Nice to see you all.
I usually only bitch and moan to Gina. All right, I believe this is our newest show. It's called Stoughton Dish, and so far, John DeStefano has reviewed The Last Shot, The Real Deal Diner, The Portuguese Club, and Cedar Hill Golf Course. Yes, that's the next episode. And that was really good, actually. They gave us a lot of food. John DeStefano.
I wasn't expecting this because I'm like the newbie in the block. But I want to thank Jeff and Michael. We have fun doing the show, and we eat a lot. We eat a lot. We don't go hungry. So thank you to SMAC, and keep watching the show. Thank you.
John did an episode on The Last Shot, and they were featuring the buffalo mac and cheese. And there was a shot of the fish and chips that went by. And they said the sales of the fish and chips went through the roof based on that one shot of the fish and chips. So then they actually started promoting it on their light up sign on the street, just from a shot of the fish and chips. All right, next up is Public Praise. Michael Hendricks and Dima Hendricks. Mike is also known as Big Ruckus. Remember that for the blooper reel. This show is called Public Praise.
Well, it's always an honor to come here and hang out with you guys and be recognized for the hard work that you do. First of all, to salute my wonderful wife. By the way, is the reigning Mrs. Massachusetts International. Our show is all about, our tagline is proud to proclaim, never ashamed. I almost forgot. Not just about your faith that you believe in, but also your story. And this year we had a very special episode. We talked about domestic violence, and my wife is so gracious enough to talk about her story with her mom was a victim of domestic violence. If you haven't seen the episode, make sure you go see the episode. So I thank you for being very transparent, because hundreds and thousands of people saw that episode via YouTube, Facebook, and lives were touched. So thank you so much for being transparent, for sharing your story. Thanks to Jeff, Mike, Dave. Thank you for just encouraging me, nurturing me, showing me the way. Thank you for developing a passion where I now want to desire to be a profession. And I really do appreciate you guys for that as well too. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. All the men in my life that I really am in love with, their names happen to be Michael. So I love you guys so much, including. No, I go home to two. This is Michael and Michael Jr.
Oh, okay.
Duh. Duh. But thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. I thank you I think Mike, you fanned the flame for his passion and his profession, but you fanned the flame for me acting now with you at the Norwell Theater and now Company Theater. So thank you for that connection. Thank you for that new inspiration. So now we go to our jobs and we hate it, and then we can't wait to go to SMAC. So thanks again. We really appreciate you. Dave, thank you so much for being there in the clutch when we don't have Tamoy, our sound guy, and you're like, you're doing it. So thank you so much. Jeff, it's just great to see your face all the time. You're such a sweet spirit. And it's great to interact with you. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, I got a joke for you, Michael told him. Why did the baby cross the road? Ask Michael. He'll answer it. I won't. Okay. Okay, this producer I've worked with many a night on the phone, and very, very hard on herself. And she's striving for perfection, and she's working very hard to achieve it. And we do whatever we can to help her achieve her goal. Michelle Sophie, Hidden Gems. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Speech.
All right, just a little one. So, yeah, he's right. I just really try hard to make my show better. It's called Hidden Gems. And I really couldn't do it without you. Without Dave, I'm sorry.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, without Dave, with Mike and Jeff. So, thank you very much, and I appreciate this.
We got more to come.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Since we have no comedian, I'll tell you another one. Where do elves keep their money? Elves. Snowbank. Okay. All right, there you go. Thank you, Robin Hall. All right. I'm not quitting my day job. But anyway, This person, very opinionated, and is not willing to sugarcoat it, candy coat it. I enjoy working with this person. You know, I just enjoy being on a show with my co-host, Paul Smith. I enjoy it. Come on up, buddy. Thank you for making me a household name. Thank you. If that's a good thing.
We've been doing this for a couple of years now.
Yeah, long time.
Long time. Long time happy. I've had a ball. And it's, it just seems to work. I haven't figured out who the straight man is yet.
No, well, the comedian, I don't know. It's okay.
But hey, it's a ball, and it just gives me an outlet. Gives me something to vote, to pivot my time around.
Yeah.
And it's a joy to work with you. It's a
pleasure.
joy to work with Mike, and even Jeff. And I haven't worked with DJ yet, but I'm working on a different show.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Paul.
I said it before, I'll say it again. The producer of the most watched television shows on SMAC. The director of all government meetings, Eric Stankiewicz.
Oh, wow, I got a big one this time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, though. I don't do so much directing so much as I do yelling at people to put on their mics. Special mention to our coat. I like that nickname. It sticks. It sticks. I have to say tell manager too because his name is Michael. So I say Mike and he's like, yeah, hello, and it's like, I get the joke, but come on, we're at a meeting. Yeah, so.
We love you, Mike. I mean, Eric, we love you. Without you, we're trust me now.
Okay. Eric, I've been doing this since November 2009, so I've been here quite a long time. Quartered a lot of the meetings. Been here long enough to know town meeting. It's always going to be long. I don't think there's much you can change about that. It's just.
Been here longer than you have. Yeah.
I'm not good at throwing shots back. Okay. I'm trying. I'm not good at speeches. I know you do. I know. I should have been more wary about that, given who I am. But, so, I've been running in and out that little room in the back of the town hall, yelling at people to turn on their mics and setting up for meetings. It's been good almost 8 years doing this. And I have to thank, first, I gotta thank my dad for introducing me to this job in the first place because, well, I was available and he could always bring me there, and so it worked out. And then afterwards, John Stagnoni, Jeff, Michael for keeping me aboard to keep doing what I was doing. And unfortunately, I've never been to the studio, despite my long longevity here. So I should go there and get to know more of you, more than just this one day a year. So hopefully, when I get my driver's license, I will do that.
Good evening. Our next award is for one of the hosts of Get Fresh, which is a cooking show which is done right here by Stoughton Media Access. And so we're proud of having an in-house cooking show. This Sharon Fradkin wasn't able to be here, but she's the producer of the show. She's coming back up from Florida. And Carlos Vargas is also a host, but he wasn't able to make it. But our other co-host is Laura McDougall, who is here. And Laura is a professional chef, and she really adds a lot of expertise and insight to each episode, just different twists on recipes that I never would have thought of. I mean, we actually had an episode about burgers where there were 3 recipes for burgers and none of them contained beef. And so that's just kind of the magic and the creativity that Laura brings to each episode. Just in general for Get Fresh, CJ Mullen does the bulk of the editing on post-production for that show. We film that, and it looks excellent. And so it's when I walk by the TV and I see that on, it's something you feel a lot of pride in. So Laura, come on up.
Well, I don't know how many of you have seen the show or not, but it really has been a lot of fun, and this was the brainchild of Sharon Fratkin. She called me, I knew her from networking, and said, hey, you want to do a show? And I'm like, sure, about what? So it's kind of how it started. We met in her kitchen and just kind of planned it, and I think it is true. We are the 3 of us, between Carlos, myself, and Sharon, we bring different points of view, and I was brought in as the expert. But sometimes it's really just the creative side or the twists on things. Like you say, the burger show, no beef. We're not doing beef. So just showing people some of the options that are out there, how to substitute ingredients. We have allergies. We have, preferences. We have all these different things. And we really hope that we inspire you to try some of these recipes and to realize that cooking can really be fun and that you can really make things your own, whatever that means to you. So we do hope that you watch it. We do hope that you enjoy it. Please call in because we're very willing to take requests and to take questions on the air. And it's really just been a blast. We've had so much fun. And Jeff, how you keep us organized, I don't know, but a little secret, 98% of the shows are taken in one take. So we're pretty proud of that too. Thank you. So what you see is really just a wonderful chemistry between the 3 of us and a great editing crew. That's all I can say. It always amazes me when I see it, and it's like, we did that? Wow. So thank you very much. It's really been a joy. Thanks.
Next up is our little rock star, who's not so little anymore, making guest appearances on Talkin' Tunes with her grandfather, Fra Fra. What did she call you now?
Franco.
Franco.
I graduated.
Michaela Morrissey.
Thank you for coming to SMAC Awards and for this awesome day.
Okay, so you have heard a lot about the staff at SMAC, and I would like to thank each one of them, who everyone is so self-sufficient and works really hard, and the newest member of our team, CJ Mullen, he spends so much time editing and locked in front of his computer, we sometimes beg him to just step outside and get some air. He's just a nonstop working machine. He put together the documentary, the football documentary with Jeff. It is absolutely amazing. CJ Mullen.
Thank you. I just want to thank a few people that helped me throughout this year, helped us throughout this year. I want to thank all the board members for all their support. Thank you. All the volunteers and producers for all their great work. They make some amazing shows. And obviously all coworkers, Dave, Mike, Jeff, they're really great to work with, and I enjoy my time at SMAC. Some people specific to the documentary we made, Us We Together Forever. It took us 10 months to make this 7-part series. It was a lot of work, and we're really proud of the final result. It started with just a little idea that we were floating around with some of the players and me and Jeff, and 10 months later, we had this like actual film that we made, and it was just a lot of fun to work with. And it took help from a ton of people, even though it was Jeff and my project. There was a lot of people that helped us along the way, like Mike Crawford for narrating the documentary, Kevin Bechet, the video production teacher at Stoughton High, Jake Swartz, an intern that we have, Tommy Smith, who's in high school now, who's done a ton of work with us, Ryan Donahue, the athletic director, who was always helping us like with whatever we needed in the school, outside of this school. He was give us great access, all that we needed. Some people like Dan Snyder, Steve Vecchione. Most of these people aren't here, but I just wanted to thank them anyways. Dan Snyder, Steve Vecchione, Yanni Yatanis for doing like stats and calling the games. Even when it was like 20 degrees out for football games or pouring rain, they were there keeping stats. And it might have seemed like it was a little thing, but 10 months later when we were doing the editing and we were saying the stats that they had, how many yards they had, stuff like that, graphics that came up showing their performances, little things like that. We found that very useful, and we were very thankful for all those people. Mike for helping us with the DVDs, which was quite the obstacle. Trying to fit all that content, the 7 episodes, onto 2 discs, that was very tough, and Mike helped us with that greatly, so thank you for that, Mike. My girlfriend, Megan Gerard, who helped us make the DVD cover, which turned out amazing. It looks so legitimate. Like it looks like it's like it does not look like it was made at like Stoughton Media Access, like a local access. It looks like we said, it looks like it's like a Remember the Titans DVD cover. It's just amazing. So if you want one, you can. I'm sure we can make you a copy. And of course, Jeff, the person who I made the documentary with. Like I said, the documentary was such a great experience. I learned so much about filmmaking and editing and all that. I thought I knew a lot before, but after going through something like that, we were spending 50, 60 hours a week at SMAC in my office trying to get all the episodes out. And we spent a lot of time with each other, and it got difficult sometimes. We both are perfectionists. We wanted it the way that we wanted it to be, as good as it could be, and I'm proud to say that I think it was as good as we thought we could make it. So we're very happy for that, and it was just a great thing to share with someone like you, Jeff. So thank you, everyone.
Dave Young is the behind-the-scenes genius. If anything is ever broken, Dave will find a way to fix it. He is. Dave asked if I would buy him a soldering iron. I think it was $20, and I was like, "Of course I'm going to buy you a soldering iron, because you'll probably fix like 20 things in this building." So, Dave Young.
Thank you, Michael.
There's a woman that calls Mrs. Miller every time there's a parade in town. She calls and she says, "When is the parade going to be on?" So Dave has a new habit of writing at the end of each parade, "Thanks for watching, Mrs. Miller." So if you ever see that, that's what it's about.
I got to give a speech? Yep. I'd like to thank the Academy for this award. It's an honor and a privilege. It's not an Oscar. Oh, okay. I enjoy working with my coworkers. I'm very impressed with CJ and Jeff and that football footage, the show that they did regarding football. It was excellent. It was spot on. I couldn't ask for better coworkers. The desire to create perfection, I believe we all strive for. I see it in all these guys. And I'm really proud of the producers, and I'm proud of everybody. Thank you.
Next, we have the very first Mr. SHS. Jeff Pickett doesn't go home.
No.
Almost never. I'll be leaving for the day. He stops by. He says, I'm just staying for 10 minutes. I come back by around midnight. He's still in the building. And I usually text him, go home. And he says, how do you know I'm here? Jeff is incredible. Unbelievably talented. Only needs to be shown something once, and it just sticks. It never leaves his brain, ever. He has learned so much at SMAC that he's a master in almost everything. He's a perfectionist. He works so well with the team. Jeff Pickett. He just adjusted the camera for his own height.
Oh, thank you very much, Michael. And it's a pleasure to work with you and Dave and CJ on a daily basis, and to come to work every day at SMAC and to see so many of you on a weekly basis, and to create great programming with all of you. And I'm so proud of the work that we all do. And the channel gets better every single year. And, month by month, year by year, this organization has just grown leaps and bounds, and I think we all have a lot to be proud of. And so I think everybody should give themselves a round of applause, because we work together to do that. CJ did a fantastic job at saying everything I could have said about the football documentary and thanking everybody, and that was such a rewarding project to work on. It started with, as CJ mentioned, he and I and 4 of the football players sitting in the television studio at Stoughton High School early one morning, right before, I think it was during their finals period at the end of June, and we're floating this idea around. And 10 months later, with literally hundreds of hours of footage we went to their practices, we went to their off-season lifting sessions, we went to their team dinners. I mean, we were with these young men for an entire season. And if you haven't seen the documentary yet, it's about really the brotherhood of the Stoughton High football team and the last year ever on the Stoughton High football field. We're filming right now on Friday, June 16th. The Thursday, June 15th, they had the groundbreaking for the high school and on the football field. And so that field, after 63 years of playing there, no more. And so we chronicled the last season on that field. And it was such a joy to come into work every day and see what we could do with all of that footage and tell a story. And CJ and I were in that office, I think 50 to 60 hours is a nice estimate. I think it was like closer to 70 to 80 towards the end. And it was awesome working with you, CJ, and it was such a pleasure. And CJ was an intern with us a couple years ago, and so it was nice to be able to see him join our staff and to be able to keep working with you on projects. And I hope we can keep doing some more in the future. So I just want to thank everybody for once again, and I'm actually glad that Michael made me last, because it gives a nice transition. See, every year Michael gives out all of these awards, and I kind of feel bad that we don't get him anything. So luckily, my good friend Miles Duffy at Camelot Enterprises, luckily I gave him a call, and he's awesome working on a short deadline, because I'm kind of a last minute person. But the SMAC bag. So we got Michael an award. So come on up, Michael. John, do you want? All right, let's have John come up. Our board of directors, the president of our board, John Stagnoni. Thank you. I see Bob Mullen, Alan Mills, Steve Bates, John Malley, John Stagnoni, of course. And thank you so much for supporting us and allowing us to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. And so, Michael, you're our leader, and we just wanted to thank you for the work that you put in guiding our station on a day-to-day basis. And you do so much with helping us, and whether it's the staff-to-staff interactions or it's the staff-to-producer interactions, but you make us run, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. So I just wanted to give this to you on behalf of everybody here. And John, do you want to?
Thanks. A lot of things happen here tonight. There's a lot of great shows going on. Town of Stoughton has a lot of things to be grateful for, and one of them was just the other day. We did the groundbreaking for the high school. Next week we have the library groundbreaking. There's a lot of positive things going on, and as you heard tonight, all the things that this organization has done. A few years ago, the board of directors took a drastic change and took some chances on bringing Michael on as part-time and then promoting to station manager 6 months later. Michael didn't have any experience in local cable access, so that was a different step. And we continued on and bring in Jeff on, and we've been very lucky. Again, Jeff didn't have any experience in this, and we took a whole different route than other organizations do. And we have been outstandingly grateful for all their hard work and the great things they do for this community. And Dave Young, he's just been he's an original. He started here, he volunteered, and it turned into now being a full-time employee, and you really don't know what Dave does behind the scenes, the software and all the other things that he makes things happen. It's really amazing, and it's, he has some fun at it, because you don't see some things on TV that we get a chance to see that he plays with. And then CJ, as it was mentioned, he came on to us. He was an intern, went to school for communications and things, and we were fortunate enough when he came out that he was interested in joining the organization, and we were able to bring him on full-time. And on behalf of the board of directors, like I said, we can't be more than happy with the organization that's been built, because this was started from scratch 8 years ago. And it's just been a great pleasure. And Michael, it's been on behalf of the board of directors, it's been a great pleasure working with you and having you at the helm. And as Jeff had nicely said, there's not enough words to say how great it's been. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is a very nice surprise. We didn't budget for this, so I'm not sure who's actually paying for it. Okay. So it was approved. Good. This staff makes my job so easy. They work incredibly hard. There is so much programming on the channel that just keeps coming, new, innovative, exciting things. There's a great video. A bunch of us went to all different locations and filmed the seniors saying goodbye to their elementary school, the Stoughton High lip dub, just lots of exciting things. And I couldn't be happier with the staff that we have. And also, I especially want to thank the board of directors for this evening and for being incredibly supportive of us. They always have our back. They don't always agree, which I think is a great thing. They're 5 people who have their own individual thoughts, and everything is discussed, and they make very fair decisions, and I really appreciate that about them. So I really want to thank them. And I'm glad they decided to have it this night back at Amelia's again. We have one last presentation. It's the traditional Dave Young blooper reel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Talkin' Tunes. I am one of your hosts. Talkin' Tunes. Can we take two?
Take two.
Can we take two?
Yeah, okay.
All right, we'll take two.
Yeah.
We're just gonna pick it up from here?
Do you want to have the panic button come on first, or no? Don't we want that panic button first? Blooper for Dave.
I know.
Yeah, actually, I thought you do did you want to have the panic button as soon, because I see I have to go from the clip to the panic button. I guess I could. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can do that.
All right, are we gonna start all over again?
Yes, we are starting over.
All right.
I just need to get the DVD going again.
Okay, sorry
Okay,
about that.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries, that
That's
was
all right.
fine.
I
Somehow
know.
here we have a chance to do it the right way.
We got a blooper. We got a blooper.
Yeah, Dave's blooper.
Okay.
We just added to your blooper reel, Dave.
I just came in here to say I want to thank you so much for that one.
You're welcome. That was perfect. That was like if you asked us to do that, we couldn't do it.
What?
Nice going, Dave.
I know where that's going to show up next. Hello, I'm Joseph Feaster, the host of Community Forum, and I invite you to tune in to City of Mercy is a program, a series that's going to be coming forward, and I would invite you to blah, blah, blah. Let's do it over. Take two. I know he got that now. I gave him one.
Why not? It's your
Okay, we're gonna do a mic check. Bob, can I get a 10 count, please?
Oh my
One,
God, who's
2,
that?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're good.
Listen to her.
Okay, Roy.
Yeah, Mr. Cohen to you.
Okay, Roy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Wow, you speak with such authority, little girl.
She's just like her mother.
Oh, no, it's worse. No, that's fine. I don't want to be a monster. The rules are you pick up the mug slowly, you put it down slowly so they can read it.
Absolutely.
If I can't.
You're around your neck. Different glasses.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah, you were on there. So
Great.
let's start again.
Oh, Dave is in the background, just loving it.
My fault.
So when we're speaking, we're speaking to you? Yes. Okay.
So, does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Robin, I don't think you've had a meeting or a show with me. I know you have.
No, I haven't. This is
You've
my
never
first
had a
time. No.
Really?
Yes.
You haven't even been on at all?
I'm a virgin.
Throw me down the path. Go ahead. Just throw me under the bus. Just get me going.
Could you not have gone there?
Oh, God. Goodness. I'm going to start singing if we don't get some response out there.
That started. Yes.
Spelling it
Yeah.
correctly.
Yes. Yes. But I prefer goddess, but you didn't. But that'll be fine.
Hello, this is.
Uh-oh. Did you hear that?
I don't even want David to get this one.
Too late. There's too much confusion in here. Can't you do something about it, Gina? I have to do something, and I have all these people wandering around distracting me.
They're distracting you?
Like you, yes.
Oh my God.
Leo, come sit. Let's have a conversation.
Property up
Well, the
here.
fact that SMAC is here is enough to enhance the values.
And when you come off, we're putting a billboard up with Roy Cohen going, come on down, come on down.
Yeah, one of those electronic ones, a live one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cue guy.
Hello and welcome to Preview. My name is Guy Giampapa. I've got a great show for you today. One of my favorite actors is here, Andrew. Not awful.
Weber.
Have we met? Isn't that awful?
Come on, I'm Italian.
Oh, I know. Somehow got together in Sicily. Is that right, Jordan? Jordan.
Actually, my name translated is Jordan River. So.
Man, this is harder than it looks. Hopefully this journey will allow you to embark on, oh God, Jesus, can I get through the sentence? 3, 2, 1. Hopefully this journey will allow you to embark on a dream, ambition, or self-indulgence. But I absolutely love you. Big Ruckus.
Look at that. How's that? Let me kiss you in the
on his lap. Get off there.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is it screwed up like that? Oh, wait, this way.
I hope you're getting this, Dave.
God, no. You're not recording this, I hope.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
No.
Of course he is. You should know better than that. He's beautiful.
We're ready. We're ready.
No love. No love. You guys still haven't made me look skinny yet, though.
They haven't made a lens yet that'll do that. Today, we have with us the chairman of the Stoughton Board of Selectmen, Dave Young. Spanky. How are you?
Good, Roy.
Nice to see you.
Same here. How are you?
First of all, I have to apologize. I look at you and I'm saying, here's young David. It should have been Dave Souza. I apologize for that, Spanky.
Quite all right.
I gave you a new name.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Talkin' Tunes. I am your host, Frank Walsh. Thanks for tuning in today. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see I have a full house
Cut.
here.
Sorry, Frank, your mic isn't on.
Sorry.